Today is the day I'm bringing the 240 back to the shop to try and fix the smoking issue. I'm pretty sure that it is the valve stem seals that are leaking and I have all the parts required to fix it, so hopefully it starts. There we have it, disassembled down to the valve springs. I probably didn't need to remove the radiator, but I kind of like removing things for fun. But everything looks pretty good under here. I was told this RB25 has 30,000 miles and it definitely looks like it. Got all the valve stem seals finally replaced. Now I feel like I've got to mention, in all the research I was doing before attempting this, it seems like the general consensus was that these valve springs are terrible to remove. But I did not have that experience. It was actually pretty easy. Now, of course, these valve springs are very recessed in the head, and I even saw someone saying that if you have big hands, you're gonna have to pay someone to do it. And as someone with very large hands, I figured, might as well try it. This is the tool that I used. It's a Lyle 36050, and it comes with 2 different tools. The smaller one's what you're gonna want for an RB. For removal, just gonna forget about that part and just use this guy. Now this has a magnet right in there that's gonna catch the keepers for you. Now you're gonna put this right on the valve spring cap and then just give it a good whack. Now if you do that right, the valve spring cap should pull out and the valve keepers are going to be in your tool. And for installation, you are gonna put this part back in, and you wanna put the valve keepers in the hat before you set it on the spring. And then you position the tip of the tool right between the keepers and then push really hard. You'll feel them kind of click into place. But once you get it down, it takes probably 5-10 seconds to remove it, and then probably 10-15 seconds to put it back in. It's pretty simple. But now that that's all done, it's just time to put everything back together. Unfortunately, while torquing down the cam cap bolts, this one decided to stop being one piece. So the rest of it is still in there. Crisis averted. I got a new bolt. Now I can put that cap back on and torque it down. And now that it's all back together, time for the moment of truth. Engine sounds good, just bleeding the cooling system. In the last test drive video, the astute among you may have noticed that the external wastegates were not sounding very external wastegatey. This has a link ECU and electronic boost control and all of that good stuff, but it was not acting very reliable. And as I don't know enough about that to fix it, I decided to just put it to wastegate pressure, that way I don't have to worry about it overboosting. So this time you'll actually hear the wastegates open, and it sounds terrible. It just ruins the sound of the engine, to be honest.